Hello, people. Welcome to Wilco Whites. I'm Sean. I just want to touch on some transfer news today, and I'm reading a lot of articles. Whether it's the true or not, take it with a bit of pinch of salt. But it's nice to report on these things. Obviously, January is fast approaching, and the transfer window is going to be open soon, and we do need to strengthen, especially in the forward areas. So I've got 4 players today. We'll read the articles, and we'll have a bit of a look at them. The first one is this guy, Ruben Vargas, currently playing at Seville. Victor Orta actually signed this guy for around about 2 million. He's now reportedly worth about 17 million. And we'll get into the article. Okay, Leeds United preparing bid to sign Seville star Ruben Vargas. Reports from Spain claim Leeds are preparing to bid to sign a player with more than 50 caps for Switzerland, Isaac Smith's national teammate, Ruben Vargas, who is currently with Seville. Vargas, 27, is finally winning some admirers in the Premier League after several years in German football with Augsburg, where he had a hand in 42 goals in 161 games for the Bundesliga side before leaving. In January, that's last January, the versatile attacker was signed by Seville, and he has since played 24 times for the Spanish club, having suffered a few injuries along the way, but in that time he still managed 10 goals and assists for Seville. So with Vargas being in good form this season, 3 goals, 4 assists in 12 appearances in the Liga, he has caught the eye of Leeds. Spanish site Ogilabiri claim Leeds are preparing a £70 million bid for Vargas. Leeds are not alone in pursuit of Vargas. Villarreal also saw a £30 million bid rejected in the summer, with Marseille, obviously, are also keen. Sevilla are expected to listen to offers, with the club in need of cash. So, yeah, 70 million isn't over the odds. It's not a phenomenal fee. It's not out of our price range. I wouldn't think. Would a loan be better? Possibly. If we just want to look at his stats as well. And there you go. As a left winger, he's played 126 times, 33 goals, 14 assists. Also operating on that right wing, 29 times, 7 goals, 6 assists. Can also operate as attacking midfielder and just behind the striker as a second striker. And there you see his time at Augsburg, 161 appearances, 23 goals, 19 assists. I mean, even at Seville, it's not bad, is it? 24 appearances, 5 goals, 5 assists. It's not too bad numbers there. So one to watch, and a player with a lot of, I won't say potential. He's got a lot of experience. Obviously Swiss international, and it's someone I would not be against us bringing in. Do we need competition on that left hand side? Possibly. Would that then mean obviously Willy Gnonto being more on that right wing side, depending on what formation we play? Obviously did so well against Brentford. What a beautiful ball in for DCL to nod home. I would like to see Gnonto playing a little bit more, if I'm honest. But this guy would obviously add competition, not only in the wing areas, but in the central areas as well. So one to watch. Another one, Santiago Jimenez, currently at AC Milan. Things haven't quite worked out for him there, and the Mexican international could be moving away this January, and Leeds are reportedly interested. And here's the article. Santiago Jimenez interest to trigger Joel Pirou sale in January. And yeah, I'll just touch on that. Any striker we bring in now would push Pirou down that pecking order by the looks of things. And the sale would be ideal, I think, for both club and the player. If he's not going to be playing, he's not getting the minutes, then yeah, I think we need to cash in on him and get what profit we can for him. So the article states, former Manchester United chief scout Mick Brown exclusively told Football Insider earlier this week that Leeds still want to sign a top-class striker in January. Despite Calvert-Lewin's recent improvements, the ex-Everton star endured a slow start to the campaign, but has now scored in 3 consecutive games, with those strikes coming against Manchester City, Chelsea and Liverpool, respectively. It is actually 4, in 4. Farke and co. now look to have got their eyes fixed firmly on the first choice attacking target this winter, as they have now joined the race to sign Santiago Jimenez from AC Milan, according to Tutto Marketo. The Italian outlet understands that Mexican is destined to leave the San Siro this winter, with the Rossoneri focusing their own transfer efforts towards trying to find a replacement for him. The Whites look set to face a battle from West Ham for his signature, and if they win the race for Jimenez, then it will surely spell the end for Pirot, given that he would be forced even further down the pecking order. Jimenez was briefly linked with a move to Sunderland earlier in this season, but obviously with the North East outfit seemingly now out of the race, the door could be open for Leeds to strike a deal. If the Whites could get their hands on the 24-year-old, then they will be desperately hoping that they could help him return to the prolific form that he displayed during his previous stint at Feyenoord. Yeah, and if we look at his time at Feyenoord, and there we go, 105 appearances, 65 goals and 14 assists. That's great numbers, really is good numbers. Centre forward, he's an out-and-out centre forward. There's 92 goals in over 200 appearances, with 23 assists. Playing for CD Cruz Azul as well. I'm assuming that is Mexico. 105 games for them as well, 21 goals, 11 assists. But yeah, and there you see 30 appearances for AC Milan altogether, 7 goals, 5 assists. So this is another interesting one, a striker, which I think we do need. We do need a bit more firepower, and it'd be a welcome addition. Someone who could link up with DCL or Nemetra. We do need that cover. Again, if Pirot's not playing, then we need something different. And Santiago Jimenez would offer us that. So moving on to another striker that Leeds are linked to, and it's this guy. You might have seen it, Joshua Zirkzee from Manchester United. Not really getting a look in, is he? At that club. And interesting read. I will read you the article, and obviously his numbers aren't too bad, considering he's not played a lot. But it's his times before his move to Old Trafford that and his numbers that look really good. So I'll read the article. Leeds prepare move for big money striker. Over recent days, a report in Italy has stated that Leeds chiefs, the 49ers, have already made an approach to Manchester United over a potential deal to land Joshua Zirkzee this window. The report states that the Whites are just one of several top flight clubs who are interested in a possible move for the Dutchman during the upcoming market. He once cost around 36 million, but his future at Old Trafford looks over. The 24-year-old could be open to a move away from Old Trafford in the coming months, after starting just 3 times this campaign. Whilst the Dutch star has been limited to mostly substitute appearances, he's still managed to produce some respectable numbers, many of which are better than the current number 9, which is DCL. Zirkzee has been labelled one of the most interesting young strikers by Matteo Moretti in recent times, with his all-round stats highlighting such a statement. He's been outscored by Calvert-Lewin this season, but has posted more shots on target per 90, which highlights the threat he poses within the final third of the pitch. The Dutch star has also completed more passes this campaign, with more of which per 90 being key passes, which could help provide Farke's men with an added creative option. Zirkzee has also won more of the aerial duels this season, with no doubt makes him a bigger talent than the current Leeds ace. However, the Man United star does love to drop off the centre-back and then operate in deeper roles, which could arguably make him the perfect partner alongside the White's talisman. The prospect of the pair lining up alongside one another at Ellen Road is one to get excited about, with such a duo potentially having the quality to save the club from relegation. Yeah, I'd like that. I'm not that bothered that is obviously coming from the, over the Pennines, from that club, but I like this guy. Again, it's just not worked out for him. It don't always work out for a lot of players who go to Old Trafford. but I'm just going to look at his numbers, and there you see, as a striker, 226 appearances, 86 goals, 48 assists. His time at Bologna, 58 appearances, 14 goals, 9 assists, and Anderlecht, 47 appearances, 18 goals, 13 assists. Also, I spent a bit of time there at Bayern Munich, quite a lot of time at Bayern Munich, coming through the youth ranks. Had 17 appearances in the first team with 4 goals and 1 assist there. Yeah, I do like this guy. Obviously, again, he can operate in that second striker role, in the centre forward role. I think him and DCL could really complement each other in that if we stick with a 2 up top, and again it gives us options. And we keep saying Joe Perreault would push him further down. There's no doubt. I think the Zirkzee is a better player. Alone would be again fantastic. I can't see us out putting down any money on this guy. Not halfway through the season, I think Man United would probably want to be recouping a substantial chunk of the fee they paid for him. So a low move may suit all parties. But yeah, another interesting one. I've seen it a couple of times, and I thought I would report on it. Okay, a bit of a wild one, this, but I keep seeing it. This guy, Raheem Sterling, whether you want to believe it or not, obviously England international, ex-England international. Again, I will read you the report. Very experienced, looking at the clubs he's been at. And there we go. Leeds eye move to sign Chelsea's Raheem Sterling. Leeds United are in a possible move to sign Chelsea winger Raheem Sterling in the January transfer window. According to Football Insider, Sterling is out of favour at Stamford Bridge at the moment, and he's yet to play for Enzo Maresca's side this season. After his failed loan move to Arsenal last term, Sterling has been bombed out at Chelsea of the Chelsea senior squad, and he's not even training with the first team as it stands, meaning a departure within January or next summer is looking likely. The former Man City winger reportedly earns in the region of $400,000 a week. Whoa. So Chelsea will understandably be desperate to get him off the books as soon as possible. Maresca clearly doesn't want him involved in the side, so it's best for all parties for him to move on in 2026. According to insider Mick Brown, Sterling is likely to leave Chelsea in January transfer window. The former scout has claimed that Leeds are one of the sides considering making a move for his signature in the winter, with Vaka's side hoping to add to their attacking options when the window's open. He did say, I understand Leeds and other Premier League teams are looking at potentially taking him. They're in need of attacking players, and at his best, it would be an improvement on what they've got. It's just a question of whether he is at his best these days. Leeds are unlikely to be willing to match his current wage demands, so you'd imagine only a loan move with Chelsea paying a portion of his salary would be feasible. A contract termination wouldn't be a surprise either, as there's no doubt Sterling will want to depart to try and save his career, while Chelsea need him off the books. Yeah, and that is, again, massive wages. Rules us out straight away. It'd have to be a really, really cut price deal if he was ever going to come to Leeds. There's no way we would pay over £100,000 for this guy a week. I couldn't see it. I don't think we could afford it. Even a long term deal, it's still a lot of money. So, I mean, looking at the teams he's played for there, Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, obviously on loan last season at Arsenal, great numbers. We know Raheem Sterling, great experience in the Premier League. No doubt would be a great option off that right-hand side for us. The numbers speak for itself, and if a deal could be done, yes, I think we'd all welcome him with open arms. Is he past his best? Who knows? He's 31. But I think for us, it would be a great signing. It would be a great signing. He's obviously, he's not cutting it. He can't cut it at the top level of the Premier League by the looks of it. I don't know what's going on at Chelsea, whether it's a fallout or maybe just not as good as what the current Chelsea squad is. But for us, no doubt, it would be a big part of this squad of ours if he was to happen. So yeah, like I said, one to watch. So a couple of good names in there, a few wild takes, especially with the Sterling one. I just can't see that happening. With obviously the wages. The Zirkzee one, yeah. Again, I'd be really interested in taking him. Definitely, if we could get a deal done on him, whether it's a loan. No doubt, no doubt, he's got quality. But yeah, I'm happy with probably a couple of those, all three of those. If we could get all four of those, which we won't do, obviously, it'd be one or the other of the strikers. But yeah, I'm sure there's going to be a lot more names, and I'm sure there's names out there I haven't seen yet. Yeah, it's going to be fun times this January transfer window. So, right, if you've liked the video, please like it and consider subscribing if you would. Thank you very much. I'll speak to you all soon. Bye.